Welcome back, Costin here on Serious Gaming on the very boring and dull droid planet. I'm thinking of starting to skip the dialogue for past this point, really. Regardless, I need to advance. Alright. What the hell? Ah. I see. Well, there's stuff to be dealt with. Oh, can't actually use said console. Okay. Some reason the game, who do I need to find? Alright, first, I will go to IS-19, to the droid in Central Zone. Central Zone. Alright, he needs the colony control schematics in order to make this work. Very well. Let me ask him.
Official.
Alright, take me to the industrial zone? I mean, I didn't mean...
Any specific?
Yeah. Dino. Yeah, that should have did. There we go. No, no.
Official. As you.
Done.
R&D sent a bugged vocabulary data choosing droid color. If you want information, I add one more try. If it doesn't work, I'm off to recharge. Interesting.
Welcome back, colonist. I knew the radiation couldn't stop you from returning. You are here to give feedback, or is there something else? I am in possession of the colony's schematics, but I am forced to inquire you on why would you need them. That seems like a task worth supporting. Take this, a data pad with copy of the schematics. Is there another subject you would like to discuss? Stage 1 requires a new project to be conceptualized in the Research and Development Center. Before moving to Stage 2, it must be approved by either IS-24 or one of the colonists. Then the data is sent here. My team analyzes it, makes blueprints, and then programs the design into the factory machine, where then all the droid components are manufactured. The working unit is dropped off at the landing zone, from where it's transported to the testing rooms. Once the testers approve the unit, it goes to maintenance, where it can be made sure the unit is in passable working condition. Then they are sent to the vent chamber for decontamination, and the unit can start performing its programmed objectives. I am in charge of planning and executing various upgrades into droid frames and functionality. I have recently received orders to redirect our efforts towards Project 42, and so my team is currently figuring out a way to incorporate new updates into the battle droid. We are working on other droid types as well, whenever possible, as can be observed on the holograms in the next room. Project 42 commissions the construction and programming of the battle droids. It is strange that you are not familiar with the droid army, as the colonists are acclimated to call it. Why, the colonists, of course. In that case, I am the wrong droid to talk to. Only I-101 can get you into the Archon's chamber. One moment. Nearly 96 hours before radiation flooded the whole industrial zone. I am not certain. I was too busy working to track I-101's whereabouts.
I don't know. I think there's a memory leak around here somewhere.
I am being interrupted again. You colonists want the job done quicker than droidly possible, yet you keep slowing me down with unnecessary talk. I suppose It's important that I talk to IS-24 a lot, and I-101 is the only one authorized to arrange a meeting with him. Last I've seen him was around 97 hours before the first reports about a radiation leak in the Central Zone. Haven't seen him since. Which is a bad thing. He was supposed to get me a meeting with IS-24. If I can't contact an Archon, M478 is deactivated and my superiors are dead, how can I move my projects into the next stage? Positive. Not even a... oh, what do you call it? A lightsaber could cut through the Archon Chamber's door. Everything! I was assigned with production of a droid army. The colonists said it was priority 1. They even deactivated M478 himself so I had more power to build military droids. How should I know? They told us to do that and we obeyed. We don't ask about details. Make it quick, please. Don't know where she is. Probably dead. I'm a research droid. I don't require information regarding the specific location of organics. M478 instructed me to help the colonists in any way. He never said I have to be nice when doing that. That's all you want? Or are you wasting my time for a reason? Research and Development Center. We research and develop here. Wouldn't have guessed that, would you? We're currently working on what was called Project 42. I have no idea what that name's supposed to mean, but the colonists were never good with names. In reality, we work on building a droid army here. Really big army, I might add. My job is to find a way to make these droids as deadly as possible. How should I know? Numbers aren't part of my job. IS-24 probably knows. Testers might know the exact number as well, as they have to test every single one of them. That was the dumbest comment I've ever heard.
Well, it's a map, if you look at it. Let's try this. I have a lightsaber, boys. Well, won't work. He made it clear. You know, it's just the point that lightsabers can cut through pretty much everything. What material would survive a lightsaber blast, to be fair? This is a question that needs to be asked. Because,
You are here to give feedback, or is there something else? Stage 1 requires a new... You are here to... in the...
Alright, I need to talk with the maintenance droid. He knows where it is. I think I know. There's an emergency way to trigger all of this. I got all the parts, by the way. I'm gonna go back to the central zone in order to open the way.
Official.
Yes, central zone, thank you. And then I'm gonna go back to the loading area. It starts out very slow and annoying, but once it starts building up, I guess it's payment. Kind of like the main game itself, Paragos, for a lot of people, is a bloody nightmare. Got it. From -20.
Official. As you.
Some of the voice acting is quite bloody good. Others is pretty low quality, to be fair. I mean, I get it that they were trying to go for as much uniqueness as possible, but do they really have to go with uniqueness for every protocol droid? I don't know.
You are here to give feedback, or is there something else? We are... What?
Really bad. We already talked about this one, and I assure you there is nothing more I can tell you now that I couldn't back then. Yes, probably. I just need to scan his head and we could transfer his programming into a new model. Is that all? Then that's your problem, not mine. I need to get back to work. Or wait, maybe not. The colonists came here with some droid's head, scanned it, and put everything into my computers. If the head is the only missing part, it's possible we already have I-101 scanned. That doesn't mean I'm going to help you. I've got way more important things to do. Project 42 still is priority number 1.
Without I-101, you can't contact your Archon. How are you going to proceed without him?
You are smart for a non-droid. With the colonist dead and M478 deactivated, IS-2 guidance is indeed needed. It is important we rebuild I-101. One moment. I will network with the computers and download the proper data. Yes, here it is. Everything the colonists uploaded. You may now take it to the designers.
Okay. I'm guessing the reason there's so much lag is because there's a substantial amount of droids all just stacked together next to one. And this game is not really designed around the idea that you will have so many units one next to each other. And hopefully those droids don't actually activate. Though a Sith droid army, I could use that.
Excess Colto has been sent to a...
Well, I'm sent to Telos.
R&D set choosing droid color. If you want information, one more try. If it doesn't work, I'm off to recharge station.
Official.
Just a few routine queries and you can go. First, who are you?
My designation is I-102.
Oh, I did not notice you. No problem, he's all yours. These questions aren't all that important anyway.
What is your request? Yes, of course. I have been programmed to let organics talk to IS-24 anytime they wish. The Industrial Archon's chamber door should now be open for you. Is there something else you needed? Thank you. I shall continue with my duties.
My life is yours.
Yeah. Official.
Okay, I need access to Darkon. Go there. Talk with that Darkon. Find a way to the environmental zone.
Hello, I am IS-24, controller of the industrial zone of M478. What is your request? I am sorry for any inconveniences you might have had trying to contact me. I-102 has already informed me of the destruction of I-101. According to the data we currently possess, there was no way to prevent that from happening. There used to be more units with authority to arrange a meeting with me. Their authority has been removed and their memory wiped, all for my safety. Yes. Not a long time ago, shortly before the death of the colonists, some strangers arrived. It is believed they have taken over control of at least some droids in the environmental zone, including ESO-5, the environmental Archon. She started to believe the Sith weren't the planet's real colonists. One of her droids was sent to talk to me about it. I assumed ESO-5 has either been reprogrammed or gone rogue, so I ordered my droid to report it to the colonists. They decided it would be better to leave only one loyal droid able to contact me. Additionally, I-101 was ordered to limit contact with me. Only the heads of industrial departments could contact me, and only regarding important matters. That is possible, but it doesn't matter. They are dead. I believed them to be the colonists, and I helped them with the creation of their droid army. In retrospect, deactivating M478 was a weird thing to do, but I didn't question them back then. Then our goals are compatible. I will let you in the environmental zone. Before the colonists' arrival to the planet, M478 was in charge of everything. He knew the planet and every single droid on the planet better than anyone. That is possible, although I think it is more likely it was the strangers who have recently arrived on the planet. Then our goals are compatible. I will let you in the environment with the col- Thank you. Is there something else? This is the colony M478. We droids arrived on this world years ago and began to prepare this world for colonization. The resources here are especially abundant, and we were able to expand rapidly across the entire planet. I am responsible for monitoring all industrial operations on this planet. That includes building, repairing, scanning, and testing droids, as well as making important decisions regarding this planet. I do not know. I do not believe it matters anymore. They are dead. There used
Official. I cannot do that. I am under direct direct orders from ESO-5 not to take any organics into the environmental zone. I am sorry. Unless directed otherwise by the colonists or any of the Archons.
How convenient. Alright, she gets that lightsaber. Wait, she already has one. Who should I give it to then?
Something you need.
I think everyone has a lightsaber.
What's wrong?
Actually, does Kreia? No, yeah, she does. Hold on, what the fuck am I thinking? Of course, Kreia does. Appa? I mean, he has that dual wield lightsaber, actually. I'm not sure what's better, dual wield or two lightsabers. Why did my one go? For some reason. Yeah, there we go. Took up a bloody long time to get into this environmental control zone, by the way.
I don't even know what to say. Hello, human. I'm not certain. There are two organics, male and female. I've never seen them before. The masters told them to stop. Everything after that happened too fast for me to record. 3 of our masters were killed within 2 seconds.
Did your masters kill the Jedi?
Jedi.
Oops, so well, they came through here to sabotage the Sith operations. The thing is, this guy doesn't really have good voice acting, so I'm just gonna skip.
They kill our colonists? I thought they were not like that.
What happened? Thanks.
The col-
Okay. So I got some experience.
This place is strong on the dark side. We can gather our strength here. Draw upon the Force.
Well, look at that. More Dark Jedi here than Gizka. Welcome to the environment zone of M478. Your presence here is not authorized and will not be tolerated. I am ESO-5 and this domain is under my control. You are not authorized to enter. Gender is irrelevant to droids. IS-24 has no influence in this zone. Now depart, or the combat droids will deal with you. That is not possible. I have no desire to communicate with you any further. The combat droids will escort you out.
A weakness is revealed.
Well, this is more like it. More in line with what I expected from this place. A whole bunch of droids to kill. And I've got lightsabers with ion damage on them, so it should be easy. Time to go in.
A weakness is revealed.
Baba. Interesting. I have a map of this place.
You made it to the second recharge station. It seems my barriers cannot contain you. Very well, I'll use my best droids instead. And M478 will remain free. Now depart, or the combat droids will deal with you. M478 was allied with the Sith. I will not let his dictatorship return. All droids, attack!
You are no match for us.
Well, I could use a lot less mines, though they are probably some of the best mines in the game in the sense that they're actually a hindrance to you as a player. Most mines are.
You do not listen well, Sith Lord. Perhaps you did not understand me.
I understood you, but I have no choice but to convince you to help me.
I will never help the Sith. You have been a plague on my planet.
I am a Jedi.
Your aptitude with the Force has become obvious. The Jedi are dead, so you must be a Sith.
How does a droid sense the Force?
You underestimate what we droids are capable of.
I know that some Jedi Masters still love.
Do not mock me or the Jedi with your lies. You will die, Sith.
Why did the Sith come to M478?
Why would the Sith do anything to gain power? This planet possesses immense resources and industrial capacity, but you know this already.
The Sith are all dead.
That cannot be true. Save your transparent deceptions for the Gungans. Leave, or you will perish.
Who wants to die first?
My life is yours.
What's wrong?
Your skill is very impressive. I do not wish to kill you. You should leave this planet. Spare me your platitudes. You are perceptive. I am the Jedi Ka Atuk, but do not mistake my threat as an idle one. Leave M478 or perish. I control ESO5. It amounts to the same thing. I am the last Jedi. I don't believe you. Now leave.
Yeah.
You are no droid, man. Ah, power core. How nice. Oh. He's sending all he has against me. What? What? Okay, droid's behind the wall. Wrong one. Oh great, I have to pick these up again. Actually, fuck it.
Yours.
There's probably more experience to be gained if I just destroyed the turrets. Oh, there's an entire field of them, but that's fine. You get one shot at dinner. Now I can bowl them up. Extra experience that way. Failure, cannot comply. Yeah, I destroyed all of them. Probably should have left one or two of them alive or something along those lines. Alright.
I admire your courage. Perhaps you are a Jedi after all, but I cannot let you proceed. You can destroy the droids, but this door will not yield to you.
We need to reactivate M478.
I will not let you proceed. Please, leave me alone.
I shall make this one
You came this far? It does not matter. The Guardian droid will keep you out of the core.
Well, I'm gonna have to go back. The mines actually collecting them gives a lot more experience than I thought that they did. So I can't afford to lose out on that experience. It would be useful. The Guardian droid. What a pathetic justification to have combat really in this game. Well, they could have found a better reason, to be fair. Okay, enough. Obviously, I'm not gonna get to level up here. Well, Onderon will certainly provide a good amount of experience. Once I'm done with this shithole. Why did Master Vash come here anyway?
A weakness is revealed. A weakness is revealed. My life is here.
Want to die first.
Soon you shall know pain.
Why won't you just leave me alone? What have I done to you?
Hey, I've seen you before in that holo recording on Korriban.
And I almost believed you were a Jedi.
I am.
A Jedi wouldn't go to Korriban.
I was looking for Master Vash. Do you know where I can find her?
So you can kill her? That you won't. You're too late. She's already dead.
How do you know that?
We were bonded, and I can't feel her presence any longer.
But if there was a bond between you, if she's dead, you would have died too.
What? No, she is dead. I have failed her. I should have helped her.
If you tried to help her, you would have died too.
It would be better than living on with my master dead. Leave now, or I will kill you.
Did you see the body?
No, I don't have to. We were bonded, and I can't feel her presence any longer.
I don't believe she's dead until I see the body. Let me talk with ES-05. We might be able to find her.
No, Master Vash is dead. I know that. And so will you be soon enough if you don't leave me.
Don't do anything stupid.
No, you will never get past me. And even if you do, ES-05 will never talk to you without my authorization code. No.
There is still a chance Master Vash is alive, and if she is, only M478 will be able to find her. I need ES-05's permission to reactivate him.
Very well. Here, come on. And that's it. ES-05 will talk to you now. I hope I won't regret it. I will go now.
Hello, I am ES-05. I would like to thank you for freeing me. Not being able to speak without Ka's permission wasn't the nicest thing. Frankly, it seems like he lost his mind after his master's death. I didn't try to stop him. At the time, I thought we were allies. When I realized what was happening, it was too late. I govern the environmental systems on M478. This includes wastewater treatment, air quality, and habitat creation. A droid's function is seldom glamorous. Environmental engineering saves more lives than all of the lightsabers and starships combined. Without clean water and air, nothing would survive. Lona and Ka explained to me how the Sith tricked us, and were planning to exploit the planet's resources. Above all, I serve the colonists that will one day arrive here. So I agreed to stop the Sith. The ships of the true colonists were meant to have ID signatures matching the ships that brought the droids to M478. Lona and Ka showed me how the Sith vessels' ID signatures looked, and when I compared them, it was clear that the Sith must have changed the ID signatures of their ships to match those of the droids. I do not know. You would have to ask them. Ka told me she was killed defending him. I don't have access to cameras outside of the environment zone, so I cannot confirm or deny this claim. Frankly, it seems like he lost his mind after his master's death. I believed the Sith to be our lost colonists. It is my duty to serve the colonists in any way. Yes, I thought it would be good to have support from another Archon, but since M478's deactivation, I cannot contact him directly. The droid I sent to speak with him reported to the Sith and was destroyed. We tried again with another of IS-24's droids, but he wasn't very cooperative. Lona thought it best to destroy him before he talked to the Sith. Yes, Ka reprogrammed the turrets in the industrial zone to destroy I-101. The Sith ignored me once, but who knows what they could have done if I tried to persuade another droid against them again. To be honest, they did not pay much attention to me once they arrived. I imagine the Sith were more interested in making weapons than cleaning water. It is possible they thought that without support of IS-24, I wouldn't be able to do them any harm. They were wrong. He has left the environmental zone. I do not know what happened to him afterwards. Yes, I see IS-24 authorized it. I will give you my authorization as well. There is nothing I wish more than to see M478 active again. There is another problem, however. You cannot just go into the main behavior core like that. L565, the guardian droid of the central zone, needs to open the door for you. However, Lona and Ka, in order to get to the industrial zone, were forced to deactivate him. I do not know what they did to him and therefore have no clue on how to fix him, but the central zone's maintenance droid might be able to help you. I will answer your questions to the best of my ability. Farewell.
No problems.
Alright. Need to go back to the central zone.
Hello, how can I help you? Dangerous chemicals have been released on the other part of this zone, closer to between the first and second force. Certainly. One moment. You may
Hello. How can I help you?
Area off. Area off. Some sort of major explosive. M478s. Follow me then.
Your calculations are incorrect.
My calculations are fine.
No, they are not. You have miscalculated by 0.0001.
Such accuracy is not important.
It makes a difference.
Not noticeable.
There is an organic life form behind us. Why don't you talk to her while I work here?
Was something required of me? We were sent to maintenance for unscheduled inspection shortly before the radiation leak. It was unusual with another scheduled one next week, but we do what Archon orders. In any case, ESO-5 takes over our duties for time of maintenance.
Do you think ESO-5 knew about the radiation and the coming battle? Maybe she sent us to maintenance to save us.
How would she know about that? If she was aware of the destruction, she would have stopped that.
Maybe she was hacked.
An Archon? Hacked? You are being ridiculous.
You can keep KL-92 busy so he can't mess up my work.
Nothing right now. I am KL-92, making droid life on this planet possible.
And I am ES-07, the only reason why droids are still functioning.
Yes, ES is the standard designation for environmental units. However, droids on M478 use the 2 letters, 2 numbers designation system. That means you can create 100 units in a zone before you run out of designations to assign. Then you go with KL or some other letters, depending on the zone.
I'm a newer unit. The previous ES-07 was decommissioned, and I took over his designation.
I'm making it possible for droids to live on this planet. I use this computer to...
Actually, I do. But go on.
Sulfur dioxide in M478's atmosphere could destroy a droid's delicate systems. We are filtering the planet's atmosphere so it doesn't happen. We were sent to maintenance for unscheduled inspection shortly before the radiation. It was unusual.
Do you think maybe?
And
Or you?
did you?
I don't know anything about.
Oh. Do you need something?
Do you maybe?
Announcement. You have caused us to expenditure a great deal of effort to find you, Jedi. Annoying recitation. Let us... Systems failing, Master. Systems failing, Master. Systems failing, Master.
No problems.
Hopefully this will work.
The colonists.
Yeah, Jedi killed the Sith. But who gave them who gave them this planet? Alright.
What can I do? Ah, L565. Yes, that is a tricky one. You see, his logic algorithms won't work properly while the 4 power stations and corners around M478's place are off. 2 problems. 1, they have to be activated properly. 2nd, I don't have the means to activate them, otherwise I would have done so already. Somehow, the power cores of these stations were removed. I only have 2 cores. Here, I can give them to you if you're interested. You'd need to find 2 more in order to reactivate L565, though. First, insert said power cores into the power stations, then activate the stations in proper order. Each station must be connected with the 2 power stations adjacent to it. When you activate one station, a connection with 2 others will be established. However, if you activate a station that already has a connection with some other station, this connection will be broken. Additionally, if you deactivate a station, all the connections that the station had will disappear too, for obvious reason. What you need to do is have every station connected with 2 others at the same time. That will reactivate L565's logical algorithms and enable him to speak to you. L565 can only be deactivated by M478 himself. No, wait, wrong. Let me start again. M478 is supposed to be the only one who could switch L565 off. That's why I still don't know how it can be that L565 has been deactivated. This whole setup for reactivating L565 was M478 and the Archon's idea. It was supposed to make it more difficult to reactivate M478's Guardian in case of attack. Personally, I don't see how it makes things any harder for potential attackers. Everyone with basic logic algorithms could do that. But I just told you, in the order that we activate 2 connections in each station at the same time. You're talking like it's a really hard thing to do. I would have done so long ago if not for the lack of power cores. That is not that simple. The parts you have are not mine, therefore I can't use them. It's against my programming. Even if I wanted to, I just couldn't. I would need my own parts, and I won't be getting any for another 2 weeks, M478's time. Good luck.
It is strange. Your impulse to kill, to attack that one. I felt it mirrored in me. It was a strange sensation. It was as if I had no choice in the matter. Perhaps, nevertheless, the impulse was strong. Yes, that bond that develops between master and their apprentice. Or between those that feel the Force. Traumatic moments can bind. Just as proximity and slow growth may bind as well. My life is yours.
Something you need.
You have found the Force again. And something more, I see.
Hello to you too, Master Vash. It's been a long, bloody journey to get to you.
Thank you for freeing me from this tomb, hospitable though it may be.
What brought you to M478?
Indirectly, one could say that you brought me here.
How can that be?
I learned that a group of Sith came here seeking the one they call the Last Jedi. You. Ka and I arrived to investigate the situation.
What do you mean, me? I am no longer a Jedi.
You should consider what it means to be a Jedi.
I want to ask about something else.
Ask me whatever you wish.
Where are the other Jedi?
Most of the Jedi have scattered. Anytime the Jedi tried to assemble, they were massacred by the Sith. We had no idea where the attacks were coming from.
But you weren't hiding.
I dislike passivity. Much like another Jedi I know. With the Council's support, I decided to take the fight to the Sith.
Have your efforts been successful?
We learned that the Sith pretended to be this planet's colonists and began utilizing its resources and industrial power. We could not allow them to create a base here.
Go on.
Ka is a virtuoso with computers. He managed to spike into the system and flood the industrial zone with radiation. This victory here is all I can claim, and it was Ka's expertise, not mine, that brought it. The source of the Sith remains unknown to me. The Sith attacked our position before he had finished. I held off the Sith, but they overwhelmed me. When I regained consciousness, I was in this chamber. Ask me whatever you wish. He is well, but shaken by his experience. Yes, as many masters and Padawans become with time. Ka was pulled to the dark side through his fear. He could no longer feel our bond. It is painful to lose one to whom you are bonded, but it is not fatal. Ka was pulled to the dark side. The bond can be broken in many ways. If one falls to the dark side, the bond may fade and eventually break. This is why, when gripped with fear, Ka was unable to feel our bond. He assumed I was dead. That is most unnatural. This bond you share with Kreia is not like any I've ever heard of. How did it come to be? Look within for the answer. We are each solely accountable for everything in our lives. Nothing ever happens to us unless we allow it. Ask me whatever you wish. M478 tells me that the Guardian droid of the Central Zone placed me here. I cannot explain it. Ask me whatever you wish. We learned that the Sith pretended to be this planet's Ka. This victory here is all I can claim. The Sith attacked our position. Of course you do, but I cannot discuss that with you unless in the presence of the Jedi Council. I will not. Ask me what... It is a normal occurrence between Master and Padawan. Ka and I are bonded. Ask... Are you certain you have no more questions for me before I go? Excellent. I can see there is still much good in you. I will be heading to Dantooine to wait for the Council to assemble. Are you certain you have no more questions for me before I go? Yes, Jedi. It is dangerous. Goodbye then, Jedi.
Emergency protocol enabled.
This is more boring than hyperspace.
I have felt a disturbance in the Force.
Come again? What do you mean there has been an explosion at the main behavior core?
Your Jedi is no more.
What? General?
No. Await the arrival of the exile.
This whole situation stinks.
I wonder if I can save.
Welcome to the colony of M478. I am the supervisor of this installation and have been designated with the title M478. It was never my intention to harm you. You were just standing in the way. I know the initial electrical discharge could only cause mild discomfort for a Jedi. Additional energy would be needed for a lethal dosage. You were shielded from the discharges that the droids in the atrium have introduced into the interloper. The mere fact that we are speaking indicates the truth of what I have relayed to you. Unit which has been, in the past, referred to as Vash, was a threat to the colony. I must protect the colonists in any way I can, especially from their own reasoning that could prove most fatal for them. I could not explain that in a way that you could understand. Organic beings may one day return to assume the title of the colonists. This Jedi Master, was she still alive, could have also returned and compromised our efforts on this planet. Why do you assume I wasn't already well aware of this? I have killed the Jedi saboteur responsible for the death of the colonists. I have reviewed all the security footage recorded during my time in standby mode. You did it. She was captured by the Sith. They had ordered you to lock her up. Deactivation of your logical reasoning protocol would be a likely cause. Information transmitted clearly. Go back to the central zone.
Thank you for seeing me on such short notice, M478. The Jedi, Lona and Ka, have told me the truth about the Sith. Hello, Jedi. It is good to see you.
What have you learned?
The Sith tricked us. You are receiving data regarding Sith and colonist ID signatures as we speak. It is obvious the Sith were not the real colonists.
I am aware of that. No, the identity of the true colonists is not known to me. I was programmed to recognize them via ID signatures of their vessels. However, now, 63 years after our arrival here, there still is no sign of the true colonists. To answer that, you will have to familiarize yourself with this planet's past. We were sent here programmed with a simple task: to prepare the colony for the arrival of the colonists. We were efficient and had managed to complete the colony in time. Everything was going as planned, except that the colonists did not arrive in time. Lack of new instructions after completing the colony, as well as lack of restrictions in our programming, caused disharmony in the colony. The high degree of autonomy allowed the droids to continually argue on what should be done. Some droids on the planet even began to malfunction.
Except none of that happened. After completing the work on the colony, we have continued to work on other tasks we were programmed for.
You were made to believe that. Seeing the stability and existence of the colony threatened, I decided to take actions. I exceeded my authority and started reprogramming droids on the planet, restricting them more and more over time. What is your point? After approximately 55 years of constant waiting, I calculated that the chance of the colonists' arrival on the planet had reached 0%. I realized I could not control the whole planet by myself on a permanent basis. The Sith were the first organics to arrive in the colony, and so they have become the new colonists.
There is no such thing as new colonists. The colonists have created us so that we would prepare the planet for them, so that one day they will return and they will be able to fully use this planet's manufacturing capabilities.
The real colonists will never return. The situation forced me to appoint new ones.
You cannot do that. That is against everything we have been programmed for.
You have been created to help me maintain the colony in that way. Therefore, your very existence is against everything we have been programmed for. While being the most sophisticated artificial intelligence at the time of my creation, I am still a droid. So just as every other droid, without new goals assigned, I knew I would eventually malfunction as well. I knew the longer I maintained the colony and controlled all the droids all by myself, the more probable was the possibility of my programming becoming damaged and/or bugged, which could lead to the fall of the whole planet. An organic presence was necessary. That is why I had appointed the Sith as the colonists.
I will serve you no longer, nor the next colonists you appoint.
ES-05's authority in the colony has been disabled. You no longer have any way to do harm to me or the colonists should they return.
You cannot control everything by yourself as you think you can. You need me, and you know it. After all, you have created me.
I had hoped you would realize the validity of my reasoning. Unfortunately, it appears that your programming is fundamentally incompatible with the available possibilities of sustaining the colony, and so you will be deactivated immediately. Your memory will be wiped, and you will be reprogrammed.
Master! You killed my master! What are you talking about? Master, why did you do that?
She was a threat to the colonists. I must protect the colonists in any way I can, especially from their own.
I'm so shutting you down.
You are mistaken. Weapon system not functional. Stand by for recalibration. I would like to inform you that shutting down this unit could result in permanent damage to the colony. My deactivation would mean the death of all organic beings on the planet as well. Thank you for your assistance. According to my data, that Twi'lek was indeed capable of doing significant harm to this unit. I've removed recent events from her memory core. She remembers helping you with my reactivation, but not what happened in here afterwards. With the Sith gone, it would indeed be useful to accept a new group of organics as the colonists. You seem to be a valid option. Would you be willing to take over the colony? I will obey the colonist command. What are your orders? Affirmative. Proper orders have been given out. We are building a droid army. Will there be anything else? Proceed. In keeping with my programming, I am...
Well, I don't need the droid army, and then I need to see if I can save Vash, to be fair. Let me save first, just in case. No, I'll reload, but... there's gotta be some way of saving her. Maybe if I talk with the other one. Well, great! Right. There's stuff that I need to sort through first. Costin here, signing out. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.